But let's get you up to speed with what else you need to know this Tuesday morning. Also in Cape Town, COSATU in the Western Cape expected to march to the provincial parliament to hand over a memorandum to Premier Alan Winde about saving jobs. COSATU's provincial secretary says that they'll also be marching to the Cape Town Civic Centre to hand over another memorandum to Mayor Geordin Hill-Lewis, who will cover the issue, the issue of high electricity and water tariffs. Palestine Solidarity campaigners are expected to join this march. Watching developments for us is SABC News reporter Vanessa Poonah, who joins us now live from Cape Town. And Vanessa, thanks for your patience as we wade through what's taking place not too far, I imagine, from where you are. Help us distill through the issues that are being raised as part of this march, because I see it's not only just COSATU essentially raising issues around the cost of living in Cape Town, but there's also the activism around what's taking place in Gaza.
Yes, good morning to you. And indeed a march organised by COSATU, Trade Union Federation, but also you've said there just now that it is a march that highlights a number of socio-economic as well as geopolitical issues. First and foremostly, you've mentioned the memorandum which will be handed over at the provincial legislature. And this, of course, is in line with COSATU's International Day for Decent Work. They are bemoaning the high unemployment in South Africa. And then also when they take their march to the city of Cape Town, what they will be addressing with the officials there is, of course, the high cost of living. We know that electricity as well as water prices and tariffs has been something that COSATU has been against for the longest time. You talk about the Palestinian Solidarity Campaign. Of course, we do know that today, October 7th, marks 2 years since the start of the conflict in Palestine, between Palestine and Israel. And of course, behind me, I also see quite a number of activists of the Palestine Solidarity Campaign joining in COSATU's march. They have not yet taken to the streets, but let me bring in now COSATU's Provincial Secretary, Malvern de Bruyn, for more information on this memorandum and exactly what they are calling for in today's march. Malvern, good morning to you. So, International Day for Decent Work. You are saying that South Africans are bearing the brunt of unemployment. Why exactly are you taking this march to the provincial legislature this morning?
Yeah, we go into the legislature. We're also handing over a memorandum to the national government as well. And I think the question of job losses, the bloodbath that workers are being faced with on a daily basis is a concern to COSATU. We've seen that the question of decent work, that there's no real decent work for our people. And COSATU is saying that government should do more, the province should do more to employ more local people. We are saying that they must get away with the question of labour brokering. They must get away with the question of EBWPs, because that's the real jobs. We want real jobs for our people. That's why we are going there today.
You're also going to the Civic Centre, and you're saying that the issue there is with water and electricity tariffs. What do you want City Council to do?
Yeah, we're going to the city of Cape Town, because what we've seen in Cape Town is a question of high water levies, those taxes that they added to your account as a normal citizen. We're saying that the high electricity bill, tariffs, the high water tariffs in our province, in our city is a major concern. We've seen that the city recently passed a budget that is anti-poor, a budget that is hitting the poorest of the poor the most, and the city don't care about the people. We're saying to them, they must reverse all those decisions and come back with a program, or with a plan, of a budget that look after the interests of the working class, that they should cut all the tariffs that is now currently attached to your water bill, electricity bill.
Malvern, we also see quite a number of Palestinian flags around and quite a few well-known faces of pro-Palestinian supporters here today. You yourself, you're wearing the keffiyeh. Today marks the second anniversary of what we've been seen happening in Palestine, Israel over the past 2 years. Is this an amalgamated march, or is the PSC and other organisations supporting COSATU in its main message?
Yeah, COSATU in the recent CEC made it very clear in our support for the Palestinian people. So we had a resolution that covers that. And today we are saying the people of PSC are here to support COSATU, but we've got one voice to the national government, we've got one message to the national government and the provincial government. We are saying that our government must cut all ties with the Israeli government. We are saying close all those embassies, because what we've seen in Palestine is not a war. What we see in Palestine is genocide. So we can't keep quiet while the people are slaughtered on a daily basis by the Israeli government. We're saying we want the immediate ceasefire in Palestine and no conditions attached to that.
Malvern de Bruyn, thank you so much for speaking to me. Of course, the Provincial Secretary of COSATU here in the Western Cape, Malvern de Bruyn. Of course, this is the Western Cape or the Cape Town leg of the national COSATU protest action.